Hello everyone, it's YoMikester238. What's up? In today's video, I said in my last video what we're going to be doing. Today we're going to be solving the STICK ARG game. So let's just go ahead. We're going to jump straight into the walkthrough and I'm going to show you guys exactly how it's supposed to be solved. Okay, so starting off, we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually log into our STICK world right here, which is right here. I'm really excited about this video. I kind of mentioned it in my face reveal the other day. But it's going to be a bit of a longer one because I'm going to show you exactly how to solve everything. I think it'll be awesome because a lot of people solve this in interesting ways. So I'll show you the actual solution now. All right. So when you first appear in this room, you can see it's like pitch black. You cannot see a single thing but an anvil. And right here, you get a stick. That's literally it. A stick, no NBT data, nothing on it. And what you want to do is, in the very beginning, there's actually no clues in the start of the game. But there are clues when you download the map. If we go to minecraftmaps.com, where I uploaded it, or wherever you get it, it's also in another file. I'll show you where it is as well. But underneath the list of rules, right here, it says the title, to start. And the title of this map, hello and welcome to, it's Stick, capital S-T-I-C-K, right? That's the name of it right there. Another place you could find this is actually in the download file, which, if I go right in here into my downloads, the stick map file, right here in the stick readme text, it says right there as well, the title to start. So with our first clue, that is actually how we're going to move on to the next step. If we go into the game and right here, get our stick and rename it to, instead of lowercase, all capital case stick, we should explode and fall through the floor, which you can hardly see because it's so dark in here. But this is when we get our actual first hint. We get an imgur.com/a/ I don't know if those are forward or not. We've got a light that says 0 to 15. And we've also got an imgur link right here, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to type in my Google Chrome, in my tab. When you type that, it brings you to this image right here, which it looks like a little bit of a creepy, maybe mob farm with some glowing eyes at the top. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to save that image as a PNG because we might have to manipulate it and edit, which this is something you do have to do in the Stick game. So if we go back into our actual world right here though, all we have are these light bulbs, and what they indicate, what they're supposed to mean to do, is actually a reference to Old Root, which is what I based this game off of Old Root's ARG. 0 to 15 means least bright to bright. So what we're going to do to find this next clue is we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to brighten the image that we have just downloaded. And using a software, I'm using a free software called Krita, K-R-I-T-A. It's basically like a free version of Photoshop, but without as many features. Right here, I have the picture pulled up, so now I can draw on it, do whatever I want with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to adjust the brightness because that's what we need to do. That's what the clue told us to do. So if we go ahead right here and adjust the brightness, make it really, really, really bright, and press OK, you'll see that in the background, it's kind of hard to see, but a link does appear. It reads mediafire.com/file/ and some codes, some text. You have to text this all, you have to type this all out, the whole link, so it does take a little bit of time, but I'll go ahead and type this entire link in that we just discovered. Awesome. So when we actually get it and type in the link the correct way, we are transported to a sound file called Ease Only Last a Short While. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download that file because that's going to be very important, and it should just take a second and open up a new tab that I don't want. But if we go into our downloads folder right now, we can see that right here we have a sound file. Clicking onto the sound file and listening to it, this is what we hear right here. So from the sound of it, it sounds absolutely strange, really bizarre. But what it actually is a spectrogram, I think it's called spectrogram decoded text in an audio file. So I'm going to go online and find a free, just real quick, spectrogram to use online to translate that text into, or the sound into text. All right, and it doesn't matter really what website you use. I'm going to go ahead and use this decoding website. I don't know if this will actually work or not because this isn't the one I used originally, but I've gone ahead and I've chosen my file, and now I'm going to play it out right here. Hear that strange noise again? But after it's done typing, you can barely make out. The one I used before was a lot clearer, but it says, "You know your Old Root well. His name is Edgar A. ... P." Or no, it just says Edgar ... P, excuse me. So this is actually our very, very first hint. And what we want to do is we want to know who he's talking about. Old Root and Edgar ... P is referring to Edgar Allan Poe, the author. So if we go into our game again, we're going to rename our stick because that's the whole objective of the game the whole time. We're going to rename it to Alan right here. And what that will do is it clears our inventory, makes an XP noise, and you can see now we can actually walk forwards where before we couldn't. I didn't try to because I knew I couldn't. But before we couldn't walk forwards, and now we can walk forwards to this light that seems to be getting closer. Oh! And then we get transported into this zone right here. There's a nice looking villager right there. You can see his name is kind of cut off because of the leaves, but his name is Creole. Hello, Creole. How are you? We have a stick in our inventory that can break oak logs. And you can see right behind us, there's a tree. And lucky enough, look at this. Creole trades for logs. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our stick to break this oak log right here and pick that guy up. And then I'm going to go ahead and trade this for a stick that's called Welcome to the Stick. From there, I'll put it in my inventory. And we're transported through 4 different screenshots. There was that one, the picture of this Roblox character, these interesting 3 dots, and a glitched photo of my Mikester character right there. And now we are in another room with our next hint. We've got an Imgur link once again. We've got 0 to 15, the light, and we've got a really interesting hint called Crow 1, 2, 3, 4, no spaces. So once again, I'm going to type in this Imgur link and see what it brings up for us. And this time, once we enter in the link correctly, what it brings up for us is an image of what looks to be the 2B2T Anarchy server in Minecraft. But what you can see here is there is Morse code on the top. So from there, what I would do is I'd actually go to a Morse code, which I'm totally typing that wrong. Wow, I cannot type right out. Morse code translator. To English, and using the code that we've actually found, we can go ahead and figure out what this clue is trying to tell us. So I'm going to go ahead and type all that out now, which will take a second. Once we get that all decoded right here, this is what the Morse code says. The first word is located in this image. So once again, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to save this image as a PNG, just because PNGs are the best files, I guess. And we'll go ahead and we're actually going to open it up once again in my Krita software that I am using. So let me go ahead and open that up. And it says the first word is in this image. So once you start looking around this image, you'll eventually notice, and it takes a while to find it. I'm actually missing it right now. There it is. You find this. This is Morse code, once again, written down in the photo. And if we go ahead and type that out and figure out what that means, which I'll go ahead and do real quick. All right, right there, you can see it translates to the word old, O-L-D. So what this is saying is the first word is located here. It is old. Okay, so now that we know that, I'm going to go ahead and type that down just so we don't forget about it. We can look at the next part of our clue, which is this right here. It says crow, 1, 2, 3, 4, no spaces. So what this is referring to is it's actually referring to the video. The trailer that I've released with this ARG. So we're actually going to go ahead and look at my own content. I'm, not trying to give myself my own views or whatever, but basically this is a very crucial part where there's 4 crows in a row, no spaces. We'll be able to find out what the next word is. And this part is very tricky, but let's go ahead and open actually up my trailer that I had for Stick. Real quick too, on a side note, I will say that I didn't just have these headphones magically appear on my head. I realized that the sound that you guys hear and is coming from my computer, my audio, and I didn't want you guys to hear that sound twice, so I thought I would just clarify there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and scroll through this video, and if you guys were paying attention when watching this this trailer, this interesting composition of a video I made, eventually there's a part where you hear 4 crow noises. So let me skip ahead into the video to see if I can find it. I think it is right about right here. Okay, so there's some explosions and we'll see what happens. Let's watch the video. Okay, man, that hurt my ears really bad. If you guys noticed super carefully, right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually change the playback speed on this to about 0.25. This will make it sound a lot more cursed, but I'll just mute it because we know where the crow sounds are. What you'll notice is that in this video, right there, for a split second, you guys notice it? It says second word, okay? So we already discovered what the first word was, right? We wrote it down as old. This right here is saying, hey, this is your second word. And then there's 4 crow marks, right? So there's this one right here, which plays right here. And what I'll actually go ahead and do is I'm gonna take a snippet of the image that is popping in right here, because what the clue is telling us to do in the Minecraft game is that we have to take the second word and brighten the images for the 4 crows, where the 4 crows mark. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the video where each of the times the crow happens, the caw, and I'm going to take a snippet of each of those images. And for the sake of the video, I actually already know what the answer is, so I'll just go ahead and show you guys the first snippet, the first crow. But if you were to do this for all 4, each time this would happen, right? So I just took a quick snippet of my video right here, and if I go into my filter, adjust to bring up the brightness like crazy of this photo, what you'll see appear right here is the letter R. So R right there. The next 3 letters that will appear in this video is, if I let it play right here and put the playback speed back on to normal, it's the letter O right here. You can hardly see it. The letter O once again down this bottom left. If you brighten it up, you can see them. And then there's the letter T right there, which again, using the brightness really helps to decipher that. So the second word it's saying is root, which is actually the key and the access to the very first part of the puzzle. So if we go into this now we know the first word and the second word, and it's telling us, hey, there's no spaces on the stick as well. You know to name this old root. If we rename the stick right there, you can see there's the XP noise, and we get a bunch more clues. We have a stick in our inventory now, which is an Imgur link. We've got these right here, which these are actually timestamps, I believe is what they are. So we got a light on the, oh, that was a visual glitch. I was like, why is there a light in my inventory? That's interesting. But right here, the first thing we should probably go to is that it gives us some text to a link, but you can tell it's a link because of the way it's formatted, but obviously it needs to be ciphered. And then there's also a Mediafire link as well. So I'll go ahead and type those 2 in so we can see what they are. Okay, so looking at the clues, the very first thing that it gave us was, well, actually it gave us this link right here, which I've got copied. But first we went directly to the Mediafire, which if we download this file, it says audio entry 01. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna download it, NordVPN, stop opening up random tabs on my computer. And we're gonna go ahead and listen to this, which this is actually audio entry 01 is part of a story that we've got going on in the background, because there is a story that comes along with the stick game. So I'm gonna go ahead real quickly just so you guys can listen to it, and we're gonna listen to the first audio entry right here.
Alright.
Which I forgot that the first audio file is actually slowed down a ton. So I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna find an audio editor online, just something easy to do. Instead, I'm gonna use a program I'm more used to, which is Resolve. It's got an audio editor built into it, but that's okay. Okay, so if we change the speed on this, I'm gonna say let's make it go 2 times, maybe even 3 times faster. I don't know. Actually, you know, let's go up to 5 times faster, and it should sound somewhat normal. Let's listen to it.
This is the first audio recording about Creole and his kind of insane ideas. Where Creole and I met was a long while back when I decided to comment on one of his videos. I commented it, forgot about it, didn't think anything of it until as of late my channel's been doing okay. I managed to get into the MCCR, which is the Minecraft Championship Rising lately, and that's when I got a comment. It was Creole messaging me about the comment I posted quite a few years ago. Seeing that alone was interesting, but what he said next about having set up a puzzle game for me, now that was exciting.
Woo! Oh man, that noise at the very end. So this is just the beginning of the development of a story. The real important part, because I have these audio entries scattered all across, is actually this link right here, which if I were to copy and paste in, nothing would come up. I found this book bag and I think it's a link. I don't know what that is. I guess something did come up, but that's not the point. What you have to do is you actually have to decipher, and this is, I think it's called a Caesar cipher translator. Let's see if we can find one. A Caesar shift. Okay, right here. So what you can do, oh, you can see it's already typed in, is if we get this link and type this in right here and decrypt it, what it does is it actually gives us a link to a video. So from here, we're going to take this video, we're going to copy and paste it just into my browser. And right here, what it takes us to is Old Root's channel. And it's his video called 5. Now, if we go back to the Minecraft game right here, the hints that we have a piece of paper called 003, 3. We have 3, the number 3, 11 seconds, 11, 8, B caps. We've got 25 seconds, 3, and then we've got Q, no caps. Okay, so what this is indicating is to the video. At 3 seconds, the third letter, no caps. So let's go over to 3 seconds. The third letter, which is L, no caps, right? So now that we know that, and we know this is going to be an Imgur link as well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start typing it out. Imgur.com / and it's going to be L as the first letter. All right, we're going to do that with every single one. So the next one is just the number 3. So now we got that down. let's see what the next thing is. It's 11 seconds of the 11th letter. The 11th letter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's the letter U. And in this, it also says, let's see, caps, okay? So we're gonna do capital U. And basically, we just keep doing this with everything, right? So now we got 8. Now we'll put that down. And then we've got B, but caps, okay? So right there. I guess I'll just go ahead and do the whole thing because I've already committed to it. At 25 seconds, the third letter, but no caps, which is the letter T, okay? So we'll add the letter T. I hope I'm doing this all quick. I'm doing it very, very quickly. And then the last one is the letter Q, but no caps. So hopefully, if we use this Imgur link now that we've created from these clues, it should bring us up a new image, which it totally does. It's this creepy, disturbing clown. Oh my gosh. And you can see there is a clue in the actual image, along with the image itself being a clue as well. An edited one. It's a bunch of Minecraft roses surrounding this horrifying, terrifying looking clown. I hate this image, but let's go ahead and save this image and open it up in Krita so we can get a closer look at the clues. Oh man, don't you just love that face? Look at that, that's disturbing. All right, so what this is a reference to, this next part, is that these are tulips in Minecraft. And this guy, this face right there that I'm circling with purple like crazy, he's actually a famous musician. And right here, what this is, line 2, word 5, 2, no caps, is an indication to song lyrics. I need to stop just highlighting everything in purple. Why is it purple? I don't know. But basically, what this is he is a famous artist. If we go ahead and if we look up Tiptoe Through the Tulips, we'll find out that this man is also known as Tiny Tim. Now watch, if we do this right here, Tiny Tim movies, we'll be able to see that he's actually in this movie called Blood Harvest, which is where we got that creepy image from right there, that movie. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting to see all this many creepy images. So with those hints combined, what we now know is, because we have the tulips on the image, it's referencing to the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go to a website. I guess we'll go ahead, just a lyrics website so we can count the lyrics easily. There you go. Genius.com lyrics. I don't know. It's a website that I just pulled up. What we're going to now decipher is, because this is another Imgur link. Look, if we look at the stick, it's imgur.com/a/, right? So this is another Imgur link. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the song and we're going to translate. So line 2, word 5, number 2. So line 2, word 5, number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, word 2. This is hard for my mind to remember. Oh gosh, I went onto the wrong thing. Number 2, line 2, word 5, number 2. It's line 2 right here. Word 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the letter is 2. So it's the letter H. I think, did I do that right? I don't know. I'm confusing myself. Basically though, this forms an Imgur link, right? So line 3, word 1, 1, but capitalized. So line 3, word 1, 1, the letter C, but capitalized. And if you keep doing this for every single line that we got translated, and in a row you enter all these characters, these alphabet or like letters or numbers, you'll get an Imgur link to another image. And through the magic of me having done this link many times in the past, we can just go ahead and click on it. This is the code that you should have gotten, right? S capital Q, C, uppercase C, lowercase c, uppercase M and D, and then X right there, which actually matches up right here. You can see there's a letter X right there. So now that we got this, it brings us to a new image. And this is a Minecraft image. It looks like acacia wood, some interesting blocks scattered all around. But what's most interesting is this right here, this interesting looking dialect, which is actually a code. I think it's called a pig pen code. So you just need to know off the top of your head what the code is. But if you do know it, you can actually translate this. Aha, and right here, you can see on this website, once again, this beautiful decoding website, what we can now do is, this is a bracket with a circle in the middle, a left bracket like that. We'll go ahead and decipher the first word together just so you guys can see what I'm doing exactly, a right bracket with no circle. But what will happen is you'll begin to get a message that you decipher from the image, and it takes a while to enter this stuff in. It usually does, especially with writing in links and stuff. In the game, I think I eventually made the links clickable, which I don't know why I'm not doing that myself. I don't know why I'm not using the links. Are the links? The links are clickable, and I've not been clicking them for some reason. I've been typing them in. Oh my gosh. But if we go ahead and just decrypt this first word right here, it's going to say old root. So you know you're onto the right track. I'll go ahead and decrypt the rest of it. So once we have it all the way deciphered, my gosh, I forget how long this stuff takes. Right here, it gives us our number one message, our number one result on what it could mean. And it says old root about page, quotations, exclamation. Okay, so if we go onto the old root page that we found earlier, this YouTube channel right here, and we click on it and we go to the about page right here, you can see that there are quotation marks. Lenore question mark is what it says. And what this code is saying, it says quotations, exclamation, right? So what you want to do is with this hint that we got, oops, clicked on the wrong link. My gosh, my words, they're just not working right now. What we're going to do is we're going to type Lenore, because that's what we found in the description of old root's description page. So if we go back into the game right here and get this stick and rename it to Lenore and click, you can see right there we have got another link. Awesome. We'll click on it this time because I remember that we can click on it. Before you couldn't click on the links and that was horrible. But let's go ahead and open this right now. And this says old root's password. So right here, this is probably one of the trickiest clues that got a lot of people. Old root's password. What on good God's earth could that be referencing? And that is actually referencing the password that old root used to access some files that he had locked a long time ago. This can take a lot of digging, but in this video created by Retro Gaming Now, there is a part where at one point Retro talks about the word that was used. I can't find exactly where it was. You have to do some really deep digging and know the old root very, very well to find this. But basically what the code is, what you need to know, the answer for this part is silent raven. And that's it, just silent raven, all uncapitalized. And this is the password that old root used, so it's the password that I used to get access to this file. If we submit it, it gives us another link. We'll click on the link right here, and what it takes us to is this file with a bunch of text files in it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna download it because obviously it's the next clue, it's the next piece of the puzzle. So if we go into our downloads, now we have old root's password as zip file. I'm gonna go ahead and extract it just so I can see what's on the inside. And on the inside, there's 7 text files. The first one, number 0, is imgur.com/a/, right? So now we know, okay, this is another Imgur link, and following after it is all the probable Imgur characters. So number 1, it says, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door with such a name as blank, 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 blah, 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 blank. What we're gonna go ahead and do, because this is the obvious thing to do, is to copy this right here, and we're gonna paste it and see what pops up for us, right? And you can see the word nevermore. This is a poem by Edgar Allan Poe, pops up, the word nevermore. If we look at this file right here, and replace these dots, we can just do nevermore right next to it. You can see it's actually the same amount of dots as it is letters. And if we count, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the 5th one right there, on the 5th letter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the first letter that we have to use in this Imgur file that we have, which is the letter R. Okay, so let's go back to our number 0 text and put the letter R right there. Which, let's see, I don't remember if it's capitalized or not, so I'll open this up again. It is capitalized. Okay, so we want to put, instead of an R, a capital R right there. Let's move on to the second one, the second text, which says Ty with a blank Y Tim. This is a reference to the clues you had just found, which is Tiny Tim. So we know the letter's N, and it says capitalize. So what we're gonna do, we'll go back here and we'll add the letter N in, but capitalize, Control S to save the file, because we're making an Imgur file. That's what we're doing. The third one that we got right here is dot, 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 like lots of dots. Lots of dots. Actually, the approximate amount is 26 dots. And this one, I didn't know what to do for a clue. So a lot of people hated me for this one, but this is just the alphabet. There's 26 English letters in the alphabet. So 1, 2, 3. The third one would actually be the letter C, and it says no caps right there. So the third part of this is the letter C. Guys, please don't hate me. I know that was a really tough one, but it was the best I could do at the time, you know? For number 4, we get this right here, which I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it was part of the old root mystery. If we go ahead, Control C, Control V, copy it into our Google browser, you can see right here we get Rembrandt Wikipedia page, okay? If we click onto the Wikipedia page, we get a date, which says July 1606 to October 1669. And if we go back to our clue, right here it says 1606 to 1669. So now that we know what that number is, we can go ahead and put this number in the Imgur link as well to get the number 9. And I'll go ahead and close out of this because we got that clue done. On to number 5, this one right here, which is just old root spelled downwards, but it says no caps. So we want to use the letter L. So I'm going to go here, and use the letter L, but no caps. And we're getting there. We're almost there. Let's go into number 6. Edgar Blink, Tales of Terror book. So this one's a bit tricky to get to, but once you find it, it makes a lot of sense. If we type this in and just paste it into the top right here, we get Tales of Terror from Edgar Allan Poe. Now, the interesting thing about this one is that, so you have to look around a little bit, but if you look right here, it says the number 8, 8 Tales of Terror. So now we know, right, Edgar 8 Tales of Terror book, we know the number. So let's go back into this link that we're creating and put the number 8 right there. And I believe this is the last one right here, which is just old root, and then you get the letter UL 18, 2014, which looks a lot like a date. So if we go to the actual channel, old root, type this in right here, and we find this, what we can do is we can go to this about page, and right here it says joined July 7th, 2014. July is the next part of the UL right there. It's the letter J that goes right there, and it says no caps. So now we know the letter is J and no caps. So we'll go ahead and post that right there. And at this point, we have the full link. My goodness. If we type that in right there, it brings up this very, very, very creepy image of the man who created Old Root. I'm going to go ahead and copy, and well, not copy, but just save this image right here. And we're going to go ahead and open it up in Krita, which these files are getting a little bit carried away. So I'm going to delete them real quick. There we go. Nice clean slate. Let's open up this image. And if we do what we've done to the images in the past, we'll go to the filter, adjust the adjustment curve to turn up the brightness like crazy. Look at this right here. We have white text just magically appear. Isn't that pretty cool? We've got this right here, Titanics with sock puppets. We've got the word comments, and then we've got the date on January 15th, 2022. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in Titanic with sock puppets, and we'll see what pops up. Titanic with sock puppets. I know I totally spelled that wrong, Titanic, but you know, I tried. Right there, it brings up this YouTube video right here. And now it says to go into the comments, and because of my comment, since I posted this comment, it's right here at the top. But 6 months ago to this date would have been the day, what is it? The 15th of January 2022. If you go down here, you'll eventually find this 52.6F, 62.6C, all this jargon right there. We'll go ahead and copy that. Somebody has actually already solved it too. If we view the comments, it says right there, what is Roblox boy plus song name supposed to mean? Wow. So somebody actually solved it for us. But basically what this clue is if we go to a hex code to, I guess, English translator, something like that, hex code translator to English online, and we type in what we found right here, what this will do is it will show us Roblox boy plus song name, the same thing that the person commented. And what this is telling us to do is what you want to do with this hint is go back to the stick trailer video, right? So now we know this. We know it says Roblox boy plus song name, but what song is it referring to? If we go back to the stick trailer, like it tells us to do, so stick YoMikester238, let me see if that makes my video pop up right there. If we listen to this song, there's a song in the middle right here that we'll listen to that it's telling us to get the name of this song, which let's go ahead and start the song. It starts right about here. All right, with the weird squeakiness and everything, but I'll skip a little ahead to where the song gets going pretty good. Okay, I'm just playing because I like the song. It's interesting, but it's good. Anyways, what that song is, what you need to do is you need to find out what that song is called. And when you combined it, let's start off with first finding out what the song is actually called. The song is Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads. Right here, if we were to click on this link, this very interesting video that pops up, this is right there. This is the same song. So what it's telling us to do is, now that we've seen that, it says Roblox boy plus the song name. So if we go ahead, Roblox boy, Once in a Lifetime, Talking Heads, we'll go right there, and it will bring up this video right here, which has gotten 165 views now because of you guys. Wow, that's incredible. So if we get here, right here, you can see we go down, and there's a comment on this on the YouTube video called stick equals Roblox boy. All right, now we know what our stick is to be called. It is capital Roblox boy, which is the name of that YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that me and Pizza Boss 43 created together a long time ago. And you guys will also notice, look at this. Now we are in a new room with this right here, and we'll walk up to this man over here. Hello, how you doing, Creole? And we've got a stick in our inventory that can once again mine dark oak leaves, and oak log. So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to get, once again, another piece of wood. And this is shown in the trailer too, so it gives you a hint on how to do this. We'll go ahead and take this oak log, and we'll actually go ahead and we'll give it to Creole and trade it, because the old root section of this entire puzzle has just been completed. This is the first of 4 sections to complete. So we'll put it in our inventory, and right here, we are sent once again to the Anvil of Doom, and we have a lot more stuff in our inventory. There's the name of the stick, Roblox Boy, verse 2, line 1, 9, verse 4, line 4, 5. These are references to what the first song is actually going to be. I'm sorry, these are references to the song that we have right now, okay? So this right here, sticks equals scar on blank and map description. Don't worry about that right now. We're gonna go ahead and first discover what this means right here. Verse 2, line 1, 9. So if we go ahead, it's referring right now to the song Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads. So let's go ahead, Once in a Lifetime Talking Heads, and we will figure out what this song is trying to tell us, what we are trying to decode, what letters we are trying to find, basically. All right, so the first one is verse 2, line 1, 9. Okay, so if we go to this website that we found, there's a verse 2, line 1, and there's the word 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So work. The first word is work. This time we're going for words rather than we are letters. So the first word is work. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at our next part. It's verse 4, line 4, 5. So if we go to verse 4, line 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next word is the word 2. So I'll type that in. And we'll go ahead and we'll see once again verse 2, line 1, 7, right? So let's go to our thing. Verse 2, line 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Work to do, okay? So now we're getting a bit of a sentence coming out of this army. What we have now is work to do, and then it says stick equals scars on blank. So what this is referring to is something that we'll find out in a bit. I think we're actually supposed to do that first. I did edit this part of the puzzle, so I've forgotten because it's been a while. But I think what it's saying to do is sticks on blank is the next stick name. And what we're actually supposed to do is if we go to the Roblox Boy channel right here and go to videos, we can scroll down and eventually we'll find the song, Scar, hold on, let's see. It's been so long since I've done this puzzle, I'm getting myself confused. Hold up, okay, no, this is the first part of the clue right here. Roblox Boy, verse 2, line 1. Okay, work to do Roblox Boy is what we're supposed to type. So, Roblox Boy, work to do, because that's the code that we just deciphered. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's been so long since I've done this, okay? Right here, it takes us to the next video, and this next video actually has the next hint in it right here. It says, verse 2, line 2, 3, verse 3, line 2, 6, verse 2, line 6, 3, plus Roblox Boy. Okay. Woo! So this is the next part of the puzzle that we're supposed to do. Once again, this has given us an amazing song, Work to Do by the Isley Brothers. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look up Work to Do by the Isley Brothers. I think I'm saying that right. And we're going to look up the lyrics from which that comes from. And I'll once again go to a website like Genius Lyrics because that makes everything a little bit easier to read. First it says verse 2, line 2, 3. So verse 2, line 2, 1, 2, 3. So the word is takes, which I'll go ahead and write down here. The next word is verse 3, line 2, 6. So if we go to verse 3, line 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is you. So the word you, I'll go ahead and write that down as well. Takes you. And then the next one is verse 2, line 6, and the word 3. So verse 2, line 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the word 3, 1, 2, 3, which is home, okay? So it is takes you home, okay? Plus Roblox Boy. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to type that into this YouTube right here. So Roblox Boy, let's go ahead and do takes you home. And what will pop up is, or what should pop up, I believe, is takes you home. Oh, okay. This is where it gets a little confusing, I think, because right here this paper is scars on. So let's go ahead and type in takes you home, scars on. And right there's the video that pops up. So it's Takes You Home by Scars on 45. This is the video that it's referencing to. Look at that comment. Hi, I subbed. Let's go, from a year ago. I appreciate that. So now that we know this number is 45, that's the next part of the clue. Because right here, it says on the stick, or on the paper, scars on blank blank. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to name this sticker right here to the number 45. I'm a little bit rusty on this part because this is a part I had to edit a little bit later on, so I'm not the greatest at it. But let's rename that to 45, and you can see it gives us another link right here. It gives us a link to a user's place over on Roblox, which I'm going to go ahead. We just got a regular sticker in inventory, so that's nothing too crazy. Well, I'm going to go ahead and type in this link, and I'm going to find out what this place is because this is the next part of the puzzle. And rather than go to the link, I thought, you know what? Why don't I actually go onto the account that is created from right here, and I'll go to the creation myself, right? So what this link takes you to is this map right here, and at this point, you actually do have to get Roblox in order to do this part. This is part of it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I guess what I kind of figured is that, like, since it's Roblox Boy, it's a Roblox Boy section of the channel. Why not? I'll force you to play Roblox. My moderator, when she was test playing this with Stemister, she was so mad at me. Pepper, she was kind of mad, but that's okay. Okay, so once we get into the server right here, though, we appear in this kind of interesting room. If we look up, there's a cool skybox up there, a red skybox, but most importantly, there is a link with a Mediafire file on it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually type in that file to figure out what it's trying to tell us what to do. And once I enter that in, it takes us to a file right here called don't, which I accidentally just started downloading, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to open up this file because it's the next clue that we need, and we'll see what don't is all about. Let's go ahead. And right here, it gives us loads and loads of stuff. You can see right here, it gives us a pre-chorus, so that's obviously in reference to a song. It gives us this right here, which is just FL000, these interesting words, even notches in there, look at that. And it says it is around here, yes sir. So the way that you're supposed to solve this is a reference to the song that you've just found, which is Scars by 45, what is it, Scars by 45, Take You Home, lyrics. And I'll look up the lyrics, the genius lyrics right here on this website because this website's always good. And what this is it's an encryption, right? So if we open this up right here, it says for the first one, it's pre-chorus, line word 1-1. So let's look at the pre-chorus 3, I believe what it said. Pre-chorus 3, there it is right there. And then line 1, word 1-1. So line 1, word 1-1. So that is the letter S right here. We'll put the letter S right here. Basically what will end up happening is once you decipher each of these, it will spell the letter straight. Okay? Well, not the letter. It will spell the word straight. And what you can do from here is eventually once you start to decode these, so this next one right here, it says pre-chorus 1, line 2, word 2-2. So pre-chorus 1, line 2, word 2-2, 1, 2. It's the letter L. So right here, once you decode this, this will say the word left, straight, straight, left, and the last one, which is 8-5 right here, this one will say right. So we'll do left, left. Okay, so this is what it will eventually say, is you go straight at FL000, and this is referring to the maze that you've actually found in the Roblox place. We'll say at BLA.K, you will turn left. At hang apostrophe, you will go straight. And this basically tells you how to get through the Roblox maze that we're in right here. If we walk straight up to this area over here, you'll see the word floor right there. And it says right here at floor, we go straight. So let me go into my Roblox. I'm getting confused with all these files open. We go straight, okay? And then we end up at this sign right here. Eventually, once you get through the maze, which I just know the way because I created the maze and I created everything in it, you'll eventually end up at the word, where is it? I said I knew it and now I don't. You'll end up at this word right here. Boyo, boyo. So that is the word. Once you get through this maze and encrypt all those files, you end up at the word boyo. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave Roblox now because I don't want to play it. So now we have the word boyo, and it also said it is around here, yes sir. What this was a reference to was that if you're in the right area, you'll see a sign called yes sir, and that's saying, hey, you're in the right area, you found the word that you need to use. And in this case, that word is the word boyo, capital B-O-I-O. So we'll rename that. And now we're on to the next part, which we get at this point. This is, it looks like another, oh, this is just a sound. Okay, I know what this is. We'll go ahead and open this. And this will give us a random sound file, which if we go ahead and download it, and we'll give it a good old listen, we'll see what it says. Okay, that's obviously some backward words, okay? Oh, I wasn't expecting that at the very end. So, okay, we've got this interesting backwards noise, which will eventually translate. I won't do it now because right now we don't need to. But instead what we need to do is we need to go to this note flight link that this has given us to, which this one is an interesting one. It says the words "where to" as the title of the sheet music. You can see that it's written by YoMeister238 Roblox Boy right here, and this is all not very relevant. What's really important is if you read between the lines, you'll eventually find this imgur-a- with these letters. So this is an imgur link that we've got to go ahead and decipher right now, which is not really deciphering, it's just reading. So WF8, that you just have to put those in, which once again, it'll come up for me. Oh, or it won't because I haven't typed this in. It's ACP F right there. Let me go ahead and put this up here. There we go. Okay, so what it brings us to is this sheet music right here. And this is by far the most difficult one that everybody came to. This is the one that most everyone struggled on like a ton. Okay, what this is just sheet music and its notes put in a particular order where you have to translate it. But what you have, where the place you have to translate it, this is actually a code. This isn't a sheet music, even though right here you can actually listen to the music if you want, which sounds absolutely horrible. Or maybe it is a tune. I don't know. Maybe it's a whatever. What you want to actually do with this is actually a secret code. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into a website. Let me go ahead, go to notes. I guess I could do like music notes decipher right there and see what pops up. Let's see if anything comes up. Music sheet right here. Here we go. So what you'll end up wanting to do is, now that we've got this music sheet right here, you can see that the first note is "every good boy does fine." It's the letter F. So you'll go up here and you'll press F, which is one of these. I think it's this one right there. So you'll start typing these in. And you got to also be careful because some of these are half notes, some of them are quarter notes, some of them are regular notes. I don't know my music that well. I just know that the code worked. Basically, once you type in the sheet music exactly as seen in this image, eventually, and it takes a while, you'll get this code right here. I'll be waiting at the station. We'll have time for coffee flavored kisses. It's an interesting line, but if we go ahead and we copy that and paste that into our Google browser, you know what comes up? It is the lyrics for The Last Train to Clarksville. This is another song, which we're on the music section, the Roblox Boy section of this ARG. So what we're gonna wanna go ahead and do is, I actually went a little ahead of myself right there. Basically, this image, this note flight sheet music, wow, I've been doing this for a while. It says almost an hour right now. It says where to? Where to? Well, the song says last train to Clarksville. That's where to. So if we go into the Minecraft game right here, go into the anvil and rename this to Clarksville, you'll be able to see that that's the right answer. Awesome. We've got another link and we've got a lot of sound files. We've got Roblox Boy, all caps, the number 66, 113, 147, 149, and the number 150. And I'll go ahead and click on this link and we'll see what this is. This is just says sound 2, which if we download it and play the file, sound number 2, let's hear what it says. Nothing. And then backwards words. What you're beginning to see right here is that sound 2, sound 4, there's many sounds and they all are backwards. So we'll come back to that again a little bit later when we actually need it. So if we go back into the game though, it gives us another thing. Right here it says Roblox Boy, all caps. Okay, so we know that has something to do with Roblox Boy. We've got the number 66, 113, 147, 149, and 150. If we go into the Roblox Boy channel, which we will go ahead and we'll do that now. We'll type in Roblox Boy right there, and it should come up right there. I'll click on this and then I'll go down to the channel. Something that you'll notice is that in the description of each video, which I'll just click on this one at random, in the descriptions there are numbers. 140-second video, okay? So now that we know that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna scroll down and we're gonna try to find, because it gives us numbers, and so you associate these numbers. This is not needed anymore. Let me just click out of that right there. Where was the hint? The hint was right here. Number 66. Okay, so we want to find this 66th video, which just so happens to be, if we scroll down, there it is, Last Train to Clarksville by the Monkees, right? So if we scroll down right here, this is the 66th video, which is the letter D. You find this because you type in Last Train to Clarksville when you're trying to figure out the hint, but then you find this random scattering of the letter D, 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 and sometimes caps, sometimes not caps. And this is in a reference to the hint, right? So we've got the letter D related to number 66 right there. And if we go through the other videos, right? So let's check out the next one, which the next one is the 113th video. which I believe is this one. 1 is the loneliest number. This is the 113th video. We get the letter E scattered, all capitalized, all lowercase e, all in a row. So that's the second letter right there. So D, E. And what you'll do is you'll keep going through the video. So if we look at our hints right here, we've got number 147, then 149, and then 150. And if we correlate these, this letter will become the letter T. This will become the letter, or actually this will be the letter A, excuse me, 147. 149 is the letter T, and then 150 is the letter H, which in the end spells death. This is the next word. So if we go ahead and rename the stick all caps to the letter, to the word death, that is that clue done. So now at this point, we get another sound, okay? And this is another random backward sound. I'm not gonna listen to it this time because you've already heard the first two. We'll eventually listen to it in just a bit. I'm gonna exit out some links just so that I don't get confused like I keep doing with all the links that I have open. All right, so let us go ahead and look at our other clues that we have now gotten though because of this right here. So on top of getting that sound, we also get an audio entry, which I'm excited about, aren't you? Audio entries are always fun. This is another audio entry. We haven't had one of these in a while, and this is just part of the story. So I will go ahead and I will let it play now. Okay, this one is a little bit quiet, so I'll turn it up in post, but that was part of the audio encryption.
I hope to tell the full story of this journey. This is my 7th audio journal entry. My name is Mike, and through these audio recordings, I hope to tell the full story of this journey I've been sent on. So where we last left off, I'm still working on the Roblox boy encryptions. Great news, or is it really great news? I found out the last videos actually had a correlation. In the comments on a few select numbered videos, there would be a letter constantly repeated, capitalization seemingly random. When putting these letters together, it spelled out the word death. As usual, upon figuring out this message, I got another audio clip, and I think I'm getting closer. But I'm still wondering as I continue down this path. I'm still not sure. Why is Creole even sending on this journey? Nothing seems to make sense. There's a story here. I'm not really getting it.
And that's because past Yo Mikes are recording that. You're going to tell this story throughout the rest of the puzzle. So basically, that's just a continuation of the story. I'll keep putting those in just because they're fun and they're a little bit of a break for me to not talk because I've been talking for the last hour and 3 minutes. Okay, so what we'll do though is now that we've gotten that, we see this right here. So that's an audio entry. So that's a little bit of just a little bit of funness. What's really important though is it says a button has been placed. If we look around right here, all of a sudden you'll notice there's a button that's been placed. And when we click it, a bunch of sounds will start to occur. What you need to do though is that the sounds are very crucial and important. If I go into my options and I go into, what is it? It's accessibility, show subtitles on right there. When we click this button, this will give us, this is a kind of a hard clue to get, but what will basically happen is a bunch of letters will play in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if we write these letters down, it will give us a message, the very first letter of the first words, which I think I have indicated somewhere else as well. I can't exactly remember where I did that. Well, let's go ahead. We'll press the button and you can see right there, the footsteps when I walk around, the letter F, right? So if we go ahead and press this button, it will go ahead and play a sound, which is tropical fish. Hoglin, Evoker, you got to write this down quickly. DLASTW. It says the letter O in the text box. DISACOUSTIC. Whew. Okay, I kind of wrote that down wrong. What it's supposed to say is the last word is acoustic. So there we go. I did that very, very quickly, but basically each time one of these letters would pop up right over here, or one of the sounds would pop up, I would just take the very first letter that it gave me, and it created the sentence, the last word is acoustic. So now that we know that the last word is acoustic, we're going to type that in. I hope I explained that well. That all happened very quickly, and I was kind of rushed. So subtitles basically explain that, and these letters right here just popped up in a it was in a chronological order. So now that we know that the last word is acoustic, though, we can go ahead and rename the stick to capital acoustic right there. And what should happen is we get more links. I'm gonna go ahead before I forget and just turn off my subtitles real quickly so I don't forget about that in the future. Okay, so what this gives us is it gives us another sound 1. So this is the 4th of 4 sounds right here that we can go ahead and download. And I said I would keep coming back to these backwards audio clips, and we will now that we're at this part. What we also get though is this right here, which is another audio entry for us to listen to another part of the story. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna listen to that, and I'm gonna shut up so that we can hear.
This is the 8th audio journal entry, and I'm really, really annoyed. I looked into it, and through loads and hours upon hours of research, I found out the name of the account creator for this Roblox Boy channel. Its name is YoMeister239. Huh. I'm YoMeister238, guys. Come on. I'm starting to think more and more that this Creole guy just wanted to use my name, like, for clout to promote whatever all of his garbage is. I'm really confused and kind of upset with it all, but I can't seem to get in touch with this guy. I don't know what to do, so I think I'm just gonna keep playing his stupid game. I guess I don't.
Woo! Oh man, that audio bit at the very end always freaks me out. Sorry about that Doge in the background too. If you guys heard a Doge barking. Yeah, I can't believe this YoMeister239 guy. Wow, ripping me off. What a total jerk. It just tells a bit more of the story where I'm getting mad because, oh no, he's using my stuff for clout, and it's me solving this mystery. So now what we have is we have the number 3-8. So this is the next part of the clue. We've gotten the sound files, we've gotten all the backwards audio files, which we're going to mess around with now, but we've also gotten this stick titled 3 out of 8. The first thing we should probably do though is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get those the 4 sound audio things that we got. Sound 2, sound 4, all of those. So sound 3 and then sound 1 right there. We don't need audio entry 7. But we do need these files, okay? So we're gonna get them, and they're all backwards. So if I put it down right here into my video editing software, I should have a sound software, but this works just as well. And we play it, what will happen is we'll hear the backwards text right about here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna get all 4 sound files right now, because they're all backwards, and you can see that they all actually end up lining up. If I go ahead and do this last one right here, why is this not letting me put this down below? Come on. Come on, software. Come on. Oh my gosh, no, you're just breaking. There you go. That's where you're supposed to go this whole time. Okay, so you can see that these all actually line up now. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna change the speed for each of them from 1, what the casual usual number is, to -1, so that it plays backwards at the exact same speed. So we'll change the speed to -1 again. You can do this with any audio software. Again, I'm just using DaVinci Resolve Blackmagic because I'm the most familiar with this software when doing this sort of stuff. So now, what we can hear is this.
1. Visit the first Roblox Boy clue and search the orange letters exactly as seen.
Okay, so this gives us a hint. What this was saying right here, these is just 1, 2, 3, 4, the name of the step. But we just heard me say, okay, go visit the first Roblox Boy clue and type in the orange letters exactly as seen. Now you might be wondering what is the very first Roblox Boy clue that we got, and that was actually Once in a Lifetime, the Talking Heads Roblox Boy. This is the first clue, and right here, if we go ahead, we notice that there's these orange letters right here. There's the star, duck, star, I don't know what the star is called, dash, how did I get here? And it says in the clue to search that exactly verbatim into your search bar. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that. So star, duck, star, how, oh wait, dash, how did I get here? And I think there's a question mark too. Is there? Yep. Okay, so we'll type that in and we'll see what pops up. And we'll click on the very first link because we're not really sure what to do at this point. But we get this, how did I get here by Duck Butter. So we're kind of confused at this point. How did I get here is just taking us to a random place on a website. But now here's the interesting thing. If we look back at the stick that we had earlier, it says 3 out of 8. What this is in reference to is actually this site that we just found this clue. There are 8 songs, and the third song right here, 3 out of 8, is the word freak. And the last thing we'll notice about this clue is that, well actually I guess there is nothing else to notice other than that it's called freak. So now we'll go ahead and we'll rename this because this will take us to the next section of the puzzle. Right there you can see that's the Roblox Boys section complete, which means we're moving on to the third of 4 sections. We'll go over here. We've got a stick in our inventory once again that can break oak logs, and we got Creole there who wants to trade because he's been wanting to trade for a while. That's what he does. He trades with us and we trade with him. And right here you can see the Roblox Boys section is now completed. So with that done, we're once again transported to the room with the anvil, the very, very, very dark room. And we get a link right here. I think we only get 1 link because this is the audio entry. Yes, so this is the only link we get. We'll go ahead and open this and see where it takes us, which it takes us to this video called Dumb Poop Origins 08. So the fourth eighth episode of Dumb Poop Origins, I guess. Along with the clue, we have this right here. F.R.E.A. underscore, right? So what this is indicating is that the fifth letter is what we need to find out what the word is. And if we scroll through this amazingly created video, eventually we'll get to a point where we stumble upon this picture right here, FREA K. You can see right here that the word we're looking for is catastrophe, but spelt with the letter K. So we'll go ahead and type this in. For those of you guys wondering, by the way, too, as I'm typing this in, Dumb Poop Origins is a sad point in my life. I did create the series. Not a sad point. It's not sad. It's beautiful. If you guys haven't seen it, go over to MPA 17 Studios right now and watch the entire origin story because it's pretty amazing. Anyways, once we enter this clue in right here, we'll go ahead and rename that, and you can see that is the proper clue. We've got that right. Now we have a stick that's called Down Below, and we've got this right here. Does it give us multiple links? I think it just gives us this media fire link, which we'll go ahead and open. Audio entry 12. Okay, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and download that, and we'll get to hear another part of the story. I think this one might have something we have to do to fix the audio.
Okay, that's really good. This is my fault.
Okay, yeah, so I think it's sped up right now. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to slow it down so that we can actually understand what they're saying. But yeah, again, if you guys haven't seen Dumb Poop Origins, you totally should. It's a very strange series, but you guys might enjoy it. I don't know. I created it when I was younger with Pizza Boss 43 as an experiment kind of thing. Let me go ahead. I'm going to change the speed to 0.6 and see if we can understand it.
Okay, now this is really good.
Let's make it a little bit slower so it's easier for you guys to understand. It will still be a little bit robotic-y, but that's okay.
Okay, now this is really valid. This is my 12th audio journal entry. I think I'm starting to see a correlation with this newest section. So, since the first couple puzzles have been revolving around Creole series, the Dumb Poop Origins, or whatever, I've decided to watch this insane series from start to finish. Not gonna lie when I say it was decent. It was super weird, and I was starting to think Creole is a total whack job.
I'm not a whack job.
That's just it. That's the correlation I'm seeing now. Creole has created all these odd, strange, very low quality videos, and they all seem to be totally clickbaity. Roblox kid videos are already like clickbaity and trendy, right? So why not slap some odd music on it and call it a video? Total side note too, but his Roblox skin actually references his other channel, the Dumb Poop Origins, which I found to be kind of clever, kind of smart. Anyways, the Dumb Poop Origins, the name alone is a weird clickbait thing. All those animations that appear on MPA 17 Studios, they practically scream and beg for clickbait. And the character quiz videos? Come on. That's the entire reason I commented so long ago. I wanted to take one of those quizzes and tell me, what's more relevant than ARGs right now? So here's my theory. Here's my theory. Creel's trying to use clickbait to encourage views. I mean, remember when he used my username
forgot to click that.
239, which none of this is anything new by any means. Now he's gone and used my name paired with this really odd Italian last name. I don't even know how to pronounce it. People trying to get big off clickbait, we see it everywhere. Here's where it gets weird. All these channels and videos, none of them are monetized. Okay. Creole, he couldn't have been doing it for the money. So, it makes me wonder why he's gone through all this effort. What's the point? All these years in constant uploads, but why? What is the...
Okay, that is very interesting to hear myself roasting and complimenting myself over a creation that I did and calling it Creoles, but I kind of like it. I think that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. So basically, that's more of the continuation of the story, though, right there. So we get that link, but we also get the clue, which is down below. So this is actually referenced. We don't need to listen to the audio entry at all. But again, we're telling a story as we go along about how this Yo Mikester guy who's recording these audio entries as it goes along, he's like, what is this all about? What is Creole up to? Why am I finding these clues? What is the reason of this puzzle? So that's kind of the story. But anyways, if we go down below to the description right here, you'll notice all the text is a lowercase except for this word right here, which is Creole. So let's go ahead and rename the stick that we have right here to capital Creole, the name of the man, the madman. Oop. And here we are in this room now, which, if you guys will remember, this villager's name is actually Creole. So in our inventory, we've got nothing. If we look around, we've got nothing. We are in this room, but there is a button right in front of Creole. Let's go ahead and press it. And this is what he says. Decipher the symbol, dated back to October 5th. My camera's in the way. I won't lie. This has been a challenging video this whole time because this whole time I cannot see this text right here. This is so stupid on my part. I put my camera in front of my monitor and I couldn't read this. Okay, decipher the symbol dated to October 5th, 2017. Yeah, the camera's like right there. It's fine though. So the symbol that we get is right here. It's kind of dark and hard to see, but it is a toilet. That's what it is. And the way we know that it's a toilet is because if we go back to October 5th, 2017, we'll notice that the Dumb Poop Origins on this channel right here, MPA 17 Studios, if we scroll all the way down, we'll have to scroll down quite a bit to the earlier video. So let's begin to do that. Okay, so I think it's on the third video. So that's 1, 2, 3 right there. That's the second one. That's October 4th. Let's click this one right here. There we go. Okay, so Dumb Poop Origins number 3, and it says, what is this symbol? At 24 seconds in right here, you'll actually notice this. If we play the video, I'm going to mute it so we don't hear the music in the background. It zooms in on the symbol in this next slide, I believe. Does it? Let's see. Skip ahead a little. There we go. So there's a symbol that we found in the game, and it says, and the symbol represented a toilet. Okay, so Dumb Poop Origins, a toilet is going to be involved at some point. But now we know what the symbol is. It's a toilet. We'll enter that in because that is the next word of the puzzle. And right here we get another stick that says, let's see, imgur.com. It gives us an image link along with a film name, all caps. This is total side note, but this is why I've been putting the stick up here in my inventory instead of just reading it down here, is because my stupid my recorder is in the way of my screen. I needed to set this up better, but I didn't. I don't know why. It's okay. Anyways, let's go to the Imgur link, which is UZWUK0J. Let's go ahead and go up here, imgur.com/A, and I'll pretend that I remembered all of that because I'm cool. UZW and the magic of the internet right there. This is what it brings up, is this ancient looking text. It's really, really cool text with all these different symbols written on it right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to save this image right down here, and we'll figure out what this is by opening it up in our Krita file so that we can zoom in and zoom out as we please. Okay, so we have all these symbols. It says what, character, toilet, ego, tangled, this word, are you, all these different things. And what this is referencing to is actually the video. If you go back just a little bit to right over here, you can see there are 5 symbols in a row, okay? And when you decipher these symbols, according to the chart that we have found right here, the symbols in order go, what character, and then it says, where is it, are you, tangled, and then I think that's what it says. I think it says, what character are you, tangled, and then there's a toilet at the very end. And in the Minecraft, the game says to do the film name, all caps, okay? So this is, what character are you, tangled, right? So if we go ahead and we type this in, what character are you, tangled, right here, we'll see that the MPA 17 Studios is the very first channel to actually come up right here, which is perfect. This will help us out for the next clue, but as of right now, the film name that we found is actually Tangled. So let's go ahead and type that in all capitalized right there. And that will give us our next clue, which this is a lot of stuff to look at. But basically what this is you know, at this point, I just realized we have another audio entry. So we'll look at that in just a second. I think I haven't done that yet. That audio entry 8, have we? Never mind, we've done that. What am I saying? I confused myself. What we have is Brave and Purple, Rock, Parachuting, New York, Charm and Naive. And we have you got ____ R, capital R, the letter. What we realize is that by finding this video, what tangled character are you, these are actually answer choices that you can submit. So if we go into this video right here, what tangled character are you, you'll see right here, what character best fits you. And the answer right here is Brave, okay? So if we go back into the thing, it says Brave, which is the answer, D, 40 points. And the way these character quizzes work is you choose the character traits that best fit you, you add up the points, and at the very end, it reveals who you are. So this basically gives us all these answers to the video right here. Charm, naive, invisibility, action, family. When we get to the very end and you add up all your points at the very end of the video, you'll actually notice that your points fall into this category, which means you got Flynn Rider. If we go into here, it says you got FLYNN Rider. So that is the name. Video's still going on, whoopsie. So what we got to do is we got to type in Flynn because that is the answer. So we'll go ahead and we'll rename this stick to Flynn, and we'll get the next clue. So this next clue is the word down below, which according to the last clue that we had in the description, we'll go down to the description again because that's what it told us to do last time. And it says, today we have got one of my favorite Disney movies, Tangled. I hope you guys enjoy this because with all the awesome characters in the film, and go back and check out the movies again because it never gets old. And then I just realized, this is what I kind of realized this afterwards, but actually it means down below to the comments. Red is to Apple as Ben Stiller is to Walter. Okay, so this is the next part of the clue. This tells us to look down below, right here, to this clue. Red is to Apple as Ben Stiller is to Walter blank. And this is just an analogy or a comparison. What is Ben Stiller and Walter correlation? If we go onto the internet, because the internet knows everything, Ben Stiller, Walter, let's see what it brings up. It brings up Walter Mitty, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Okay, so now we know that Ben Stiller in this movie, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, plays the character Walter Mitty. We know because of the description or the comment that we had, that the next answer is going to be MIDI. And there we go. We've got our next letters. And actually, it looks like some of these guys didn't actually add up, or just another visual glitch. Odd, but that's okay. Okay. So what this is saying is, okay, that was the answer to the next part to get you these clues right here, which you can see is once again, much like the Tangled, what Tangled character are you? It's answers. So mountains, red, creative, math, hurt. And once you add all these up, you'll eventually get an answer, a character who you are, you got blank, 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 blank. So what we're going to do is, now that we know that's the movie it's referring to, what character are you? Secret Life of Walter Mitty, because that's a movie we just found. Which, by the way, if you guys have never seen it, I recommend watching. This movie is literally one of the best movies you've ever seen. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up what character are you? Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And once again, we're brought to this video. Once you add up the points by answering the questions correctly with the answers you've gotten, so you add up all the points, it will show towards the end all the characters that you can be. And the character that you end up getting is you get Sean, the photographer of the movie, because that's where the points add up to. And you realize your name is Sean. So you're like, okay, this is Sean. That is the answer for the next stick. So we'll go ahead and retitle it to that. And we get our next clue, which is Ragul Kawi, little man in the blank, 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 and internet blank, 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 blank. And what this is this is basically the next hint, the next clue, the next tip of advice that you get. Each of these are a reference to something a little bit different, but all kind of the same thing. Ragul Kawi. Okay, let's go ahead and type that in and see what that brings up. Kawi. It will bring us up this article actually from Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This is how you know you're onto the right line, the right line track. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. What you'll end up finding is, if you type in Ragul Kawi, means strong man without little. Okay, so that's the key word right there, is little. Strong man without little. Okay, so now that we know that, we look at the next part. Little man. Okay, little. See, so you're starting to see the correlation here. Little man in the internet. What is that referring to? So this is all just trying to get you to the right video on the MPA 17 Studios track, which in the end, you find out that this means Internet Explorer, little man, little explorer, little man in the blank. All right, so now that we know it's Little Explorer, we'll go ahead and type that into the MPA 17 Studios channel. Or we won't type it in, but instead we'll just scroll through the videos until we find it. Because what we'll find is that this is the next clue. This is the next part of the puzzle. One of the hardest parts, one of the hardest puzzles to crack. But if we scroll down enough, we'll eventually see the Little Explorer right here. So once we see that, we know that it's referring to this animation I made a very, very long time ago in VoiceOver. I highly recommend checking it out. 10 out of 10, would rate again. But basically what this is that it's a video. And if you scroll down, if you look down at the description right here, it says, my second animation, better than the last and full of more action and adventure. Just wait to watch the exciting adventures of a little man in the Himalayas. If we go back to our hint, it says, little man in the Himalayas. And Doge is barking again. I do apologize. In the Himalayas. Okay. If we do that and rename that, we move on to the next hint. Okay. So this one, let's see. It gives us three things again. It says Minecraft mob. Okay, so we got that in mind. It says answer, lucky for him, a blank, which is probably a description now that we found out from the Little Explorer. And then we've got 4,879.54 meters. The first most obvious thing to enter is 4,879.54 meters because it's just a very specific number. Upon entering in this word, you'll eventually find this. Highest altitude by a single kite. Okay, so the word kite, right? Now that we know that as the answer, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start looking through the MPA 17 studio videos again because it's referring to a video. And looky there, there's another animation called Flying Kites, which again, seriously amazing animation. All right, so now that we know this video, we see that it says Minecraft mob. Okay, what is a Minecraft mob about? Lucky for him, a blank. Well, let's go ahead and look at the description of the video because that's what we did in the last one and we found it. A man in a dream sitting in Japan flying his favorite kite, but then something goes wrong, horribly wrong. Lucky for him, a panda friend may just come to the rescue. So what this is referring to, the Minecraft mob, and the answer right there, the description is the word panda. So we're going to go ahead and type that in as the answer right there. And there we go. And then quiz show. Hello everyone and welcome to your favorite show, Succeed or Fail. For those who have never played it before, this show is quite simple. You answer the questions and must succeed or else you fail permanently. So with that said, good luck contestants, and here's our first question. Question 1, what does freak stand for? I think that's what it says. I can't read because of my camera in the way. So if we go into this room, what's basically happened is now that we've learned all this interesting stuff about the MPA 17 Studios channel, we're actually we're in a quiz show. Okay, so this is the next part of the puzzle, and it's saying what does the acronym for FREAK stand for? Forever Rulers of Earth and Catastrophe is the correct answer. Congratulations, contestant. Question 2 is in episode number 1, Creel shows that his real life face looks like who? The answer to this is Gandalf, because he does. Congratulations, contestant. Question 3 is, what needs to be poured into a toilet for a dumb poop to be born? For this one, it is actually salt. Okay? Congratulations, contestant. Question is, when was Rapunzel born based off the film Tangled? And for this, it's November 24th, 1992. So now I'll just start going through. And this one asks what Flynn Rider's real name is, and it's Eugene Fitzhilbert. Over here, it says, what is the name of the company, the publishing company, in the original Walter Mitty, and that's actually Pierce. So we'll go through here. And what you'll notice is from now on, all the answers are actually on the left, okay? So this next one is, where does Walter Mitty meet John O'Connell for the first time in person? And that is in the Himalayas, right there, in the movie Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This one is actually, I found out a little bit interesting because the fact that I looked up was old and outdated, but the answer is 91, how many people died on Everest since... records. This next one is congratulations. Which famous actor is associated with the panda? And that is Jack Black from Kung Fu Panda. And then it will go. This says congratulations, contestant. Question something. Question 10. Who will go forth and find the final clue? And you find this right here. Me. I will go forth. I will find the final clue in any of these doors you can go in, but you go on. And that is the MPA 17 Studios part done. We've once again do not actually have a stick. We have a button that we got to press instead for Creel. So let's go ahead and press that. And he says, thank you for coming all this way. As you've heard, the next section will be the most difficult by far. Follow the clues and stick to the puzzle. Ha, stick to the puzzle, get it? All will make sense soon. Your last clue is the last video ever. And then that says... I really need this in a better place. I looked like an idiot there. Okay, last video ever. Down below. Good luck. Okay, that was just because I couldn't read that. So, what Creel is telling us is that we're on to the last section of the puzzle. And right here you can see the last video ever from the MPA 17 Studios channel officially. And it says down below. If we scroll down below, right here, we click onto this link. And we're put to an Adventure Quest walkthrough. Which, if you guys want to see my actual first ever real life Minecraft video, it's actually on MPA 17 Studios. It's one of these tutorials, whichever one's dated the earliest. And that's my very first ever voice recording. This one has Pizza Boss 43 in it, but it's pretty interesting. You get to hear what I sounded like before. You know what, let's do that real quick, just because I think it would be interesting. This is what I used to sound like, guys. You ready? You ready for this?
The tutorial or the walkthrough on the quiz. So let's go straight for it. Gonna press a button.
My gosh. I sounded so strange. And look at this. I have the pixel error on my arms because I'm wearing the wrong size skin. But that's okay. That's totally sidetracking. Just a little bit of fun right there. Let's go back to the actual video that we were supposed to go to, which is Pizza Boss 43. This video right here.
Paper. When you have helped 7 people.
There's Pizza Boss 43. So if we scroll down though, what this says is from gravel, 1223, 12 paces south, 9 paces east, 4 paces south, 10 paces east. So this is the last section of the actual ARG. This quiz is about Yo Mike's 238, which is me. So it's going to be Minecraft related. And if we go to the timestamp 1223 right here.
This gravel
is what he says. This is actually a tutorial for Mike and Nick's minigames. And at this point you realize, okay, I actually need to go find Mike and Nick's minigames and download it. So I'm going to go to Planet Minecraft to actually download that map right now. At this point, what we're going to actually do is we're going to save and exit, and we're going to go into our single player world because we've downloaded the map, the new map, which is Mike and Nick's minigames right here. You can see 1.14.4. You don't have to play in this version, but I'm gonna play in actually 1.19, which I actually hope doesn't corrupt anything. I didn't think about that before, which was not smart. Or actually, I don't know if I updated my mods or not. Anyways, we're going to play this map, Mike and Nick's minigames, and we're going to find that exact location, because basically what this is telling us to do is it says, hey, right here at this spot from the gravel, at this timestamp, go 12 paces south, 9 paces east, 4 paces south, 10 paces east, and see what you find. So we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to do that in this map right here, Mike and Nick's minigames, which if you guys have never played, I highly recommend you do because it's a pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. All right, so we'll appear in this room though. Let's go ahead and press this button for this cool little animation. Boom, explosion, nice. So the place we want to go is the Adventure Quest, which I believe is this one right here. Yes, it is. Perfect. Awesome. Let's go through the portal, and we're going to find that exact spot, which I'll show you guys exactly how to get there once we teleport there, of course. So we teleport right here in this room with Jerry. Ooh, my frames are dropping a little bit. There we go. Ooh, I accidentally started talking to him. I didn't want to talk to you, Jerry. I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm showing everyone how to do this. Okay, so now that we're in this Minecraft world, we're gonna want to turn left out of this house, and if we walk this way, we'll find the gravel. I'm gonna bypass the tutorial because I know exactly where it is, and I don't want to have to. I don't want to have the hassle of trying to find it once again. There's me and Pizza Boss 43 over there. There's Ed. Ibble. Those names though. Look at this name. Aaron the Tire. So funny. Yeah, there's me and Pizza Boss 43. If we go through this room right here though, and take right over here, we will find some gravel. And from there, right, if we take our F3 menu out, it says to go 12 paces south. So let's first do that. If we're looking south, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish. I think I did that about right. Then it says 9 paces east. Okay, so now we're looking east right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, nice. We're in this corner. Then it says 4 paces south. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Perfect. And then it says 10 paces east. So then we'll go east once again. And right over here, we'll see this block of gravel, which I guess at this point, I was actually supposed to get a shovel, which if you watch the tutorial, shows how to do that. Hello, Mr. Villager. For the time being, though, since I forgot to get the shovel, I'm just going to go ahead and set that block as air and pretend that we dug it out with our shovel. Right here, it says, reading this book means you've successfully broken out of the natural game barrier. From here, continue to head east until you find a beacon. This will set you on to the next clue. All right, so with that clue in place, we can go ahead and we'll start heading east because we've gotten out of the barrier and we'll eventually find a beacon is what it says. So now we begin to run for quite a long time. Again, I will say, if I had done that properly, that part 2, I would have actually looked at the tutorial, the video, the Mike's from Mike's and Nick's mini games, and I would have actually found out how to get the shovel and all that stuff from Pizza Boss 43, but that's okay. For this tutorial, I just set the block to air, but basically you're supposed to get the shovel and then dig it because you can dig 1 block of gravel with that specific shovel, even though you're in adventure game mode, as you can see, because I can't punch the ground. So we're going to keep running, and eventually we'll notice this structure over there, okay? From here, we're like, well, what is that structure? I don't know. We're going to go ahead and find out what it is, and oh, there's a sign right there, actually, too. We'll see what the sign says. What the sign says is keep going east. Thank you, Mr. Sign. We'll eventually run into a beacon though. So we find this structure and we just keep heading in this direction. All right, and you can see the beacon approaching us, getting closer. Woo. And right over here, it says clue number 1, clue number 2, and clue number 3. If we read through these lecterns, it says, first of all, time has come and time has gone. The beacon of the past is near the spawn. Okay, so this is referring to something. That's a little vague. Let's read the next book right here. Hearth. Okay, for those who know the YoMikester channel, my content and everything, people, you should be able to know what this is referring to already. Hearth is a home born not alone. A family has been created because crafting friendship has been instated. Okay, I love these poems, by the way. I came up with them myself, kind of proud, but you know. And then the third one is Mario is a hero. Pac-Man always can. Tetris is never blockless. So we get these 3 seemingly random clues, but they're not so random. If we go ahead and go to the YoMikester238 channel, which we will go ahead and I'll just click on my channel right now, and we start going through the videos, we will notice, look at that, face reveal 3 hours ago, awesome. If we scroll down, we'll eventually notice some sort of video series, a video series called Hearthcraft Season 2 Hearthcraft. Hold up. If we look at this book right here, Hearth is a home, okay? So that's what that's referring to. It's the Hearthcraft season. Now let's look at this clue. It says, Mario's a hero, Pac-Man always can, Tetris is never blockless. Why does it refer to 3 video games? Now there are 2 seasons of Hearthcraft, so if we scroll down, because this is season 2 right here that we're seeing videos from, and we scroll down a bit more, just keep going. Oh, hold up. That looks like a Mario sort of thing. That's Mario for sure. What about, that's Tetris. Okay. So now we know Hearthcraft Season 1, there's something to do with that specific season, that specific world that I have. And right here it says, time has gum. Time has gum. Gum is for chewing, not for saying, or I don't know. It says, time has come and time has gone. The beacon of past is near the spawn. Okay, so at this point, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to realize and go, hold up. Hearthcraft Season 1 is over. There is a beacon in the picture. If we go... there it is. Okay, I had to search through my Google thing. Hearthcraft Season 1, Episode 20, A Final Tour. Right here, this shows the exact clues that we were hearing. And in the thumbnail, if we go back right here, you can see there's one beacon beam protruding on the thumbnail now. So on the thumbnail now, yes, that's what I'm trying to say. If you go in the description right here, you'll notice, hey, here's the world download for the OG world. So I'm going to go to Planet Minecraft, and I'm going to go ahead and look up. I'm not going to click the link just because instead it's easier to search it up. But if I do Hearthcraft right there, what should pop up is Hearthcraft Season 1 OG World download. And we're going to go ahead and download this file, although I will say that this file is massive and it will take a while. It's 1.98 gigabytes. So let's download that. Oh gosh, 46 minutes left. I know you can't see that, or no, you can't see on the screen. That's a long time. We're going to have to wait a while. Oh boy. Okay, so we are now back though. There's still a couple seconds of downloading time. But while I was gone, I thought I would go ahead and whip myself up some G Fuel, right? So, just like a little break from the video. This is the first ever recorded me drinking G Fuel. Oh yeah, I kind of needed that after how long this recording has been taking. But let's go ahead. Now that we're back, I'm going to transfer the file over, and we'll join into the world, the Hearthcraft world, because we have those clues, and we got to figure out what this means. It's been so long waiting for that download that it's now nighttime in this Minecraft world. Anyways, the clue is the time has come and the time has gone. The beacon of the past is near the spawn. So now if we go out into our single player world and we go to the Hearthcraft Season 1 world download, which again, we'll have to update and everything. We're going to go ahead, we're going to go in this world and we're going to search for that beacon that I mentioned just a bit ago. I do apologize, by the way, too, if the lighting just got really dark. Hopefully I'm not like spooky looking or whatever. I'm still figuring out the lighting in my videos and stuff like that, but you know, I'll eventually figure it out. Let's wait for this world to load and then we'll figure out what to do from here. Okay, so here we are in the world. It might be a bit frame ratey as chunks load in and everything because I do have shaders on. But basically it says to look for the beacon, okay? If we run around in this world, you'll notice that the beacon is actually in my Tetris land, Tetris territory. I'm going to go ahead, just to help myself out, I'm going to allow cheats on and go into creative mode so that I can actually fly around and get into here where the beacon says to go down. So when you fall all the way down, what's going to end up happening is you'll be updated, your game mode is updated to survival, and you actually can't break blocks anymore or something. No, you can break blocks. You just can't go back into creative, see, because it updates your mode to survival automatically. Okay, so now you can't anti-cheat, but when you walk down here, you don't need to, because it says, I know what you're here for. You keep going down, you see another sign. It says, if it's Creel you seek, then continue to follow these signs. That was just thunder outside my room. You find another sign that says ... and it brings you down this trail where you just keep going. There's another ... right there. There's a sign right here, ... and we go on up to another sign, and it's just kind of like it's like a hunt at this point for the signs, because it's a continuation of whatever the signs we're talking about. There's another one right here, and another one where you can actually swim up now. So we're swimming up through this little cavern that we found. I'll go ahead and swim up real quick, and over here is another sign. Oh, I fell. I almost got hurt. I don't know what happens if you die while doing this puzzle hunt. I guess the smart thing is to just not die. I don't know if I thought that far ahead. There's another ... over here though, and we're getting closer. We can feel it in our bones and our veins, and also because I created it. It says, you may be wondering what these signs lead to. Yes, no, not really. I'm not really that interested because I already know. And I did leave this trapdoor open in this world save file, but that's okay. You appear in here though, and what this is, it says -807 1488. And it says -773 -1981, and they're treasure maps. You can see an X there and an X there. So it is referring to this in-game world. So if we climb on up right here, what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna go over, because we're in survival and driving through those places would take a really long time. But lucky for us, I know something special. If we go over through this way, I mean, I forgot about this survival world. This was a really cool world that I made. I'm proud of this. Oh, even though it's being a little bit frame ratey because of how chunky it is and how not chunky my computer is. If we go in here, we'll notice that there is a shulker box with some fireworks from my old world. I'll snag a few of those. And I think in this chest, is this my armor? Nice, okay. I'll just go ahead and equip this stuff real quick so that we're safe while we fly. Maybe get some food too. And some equipment actually would probably be smart too. I'll just get my whole gear set up. I'm back in Season 1 of Hearthcraft YoMikester238, but with my face in the camera. How cool is that? Okay, so now what it's saying to do is to go to the coordinates. Let's read that again. That is negative 773, negative 1981. Negative 773, negative 1981. So let's go ahead, get our fireworks out, and we will begin to fly that way using our coordinates right here. Awesome. And when we get there, we'll actually want to go ahead and take out our map again, because at this point, this doesn't actually take us to the place, but what it does is it takes us to, it shows us our cursor right there. So you can see now we have to go southeast from here because our cursor's in the top. Let's go ahead and start flying while we have this map in our hand. And we want to go east. Okay, so we're far enough. No, we just need to go east now. Okay, so as long as we keep going this way, we'll appear at this base right here, which this is where the clue is. If we go along into here, you can see there's a big red X where we're walking to right now. And this is someone's base. This is actually Deutsche's and Debugsy's base from Hearthcraft Season 1. If we go over here, here's the entrance. It's right here. And we fall on down, or go down because of the magma cubes. This is such a slow way to travel. Come on, guys. You're better than this. You're better than this. But if we go down here, we'll start looking around, and in this box is actually going to be a bunch of maps with question marks, which is the next clue for us to take, to snag, to use. Okay, so now that we got that, we're going to want to go ahead and we're going to head over to Yo Carter's based on the map, which this one right here, it says the chords that we want to go to is negative 807, 1488. So negative 807, 1488. And I'll go ahead and travel over there real quick. Okay, so once we get to these coordinates, once again, the same thing happens where we want to go northeast with the map now. This is the right map right here. So we'll look down. It's kind of hard to fly as we do this. Let me take out my map again. And we're actually headed west, so I'm actually heading the wrong direction. We want to go northeast, which now I'm off the map. Gosh, dang it. I didn't look at the direction that I was going first before. Now we're lost. No, we're not lost. We just gotta go east. It's this way. I'm gonna fly into a mountain. Oh gosh, oh no. I can't tell because it's not loading in fast enough. Here, let me fly up east over the mountain in chunks, loading in deadly things I should probably be eating right now. And for some reason, I'm not. Where are my golden carrots? There they are. We are here now at this area. And if we get our map out one more time, it looks like the X is right over here in this area. Okay, so now from here we can just start digging. And there's a chest. Look at that. We got that so quickly. Okay, so these are the two clues that we got, and these are the clues that we're going to go from. What this says is, you've come a long way. Here's what you do. Here's what to do. Find the maps and figure the puzzle. Orienting it correctly will lead you to the next puzzle. You're one step closer to the end, which is very near. Yo Mikester 238, and that's me. Hello, I'm Yo Mikester 238. What's up? So we're gonna go back to the area that we came from, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the coordinates of that. So we'll try to find that area and we'll go from there. All right. So once we get back to this area, I'll put away my coordinates. Now what we have in front of us is just a standard, actual, typical Minecraft puzzle, and we do have one piece in the puzzle to help us out as we do it, but basically the best thing to do right here is just to start putting up pieces, not that piece because that's not a piece, that is a clue, but what you want to start doing is you want to start messing around until we eventually find out where we think the stuff is supposed to go. There's the puzzle completed. That took a lot longer. What you'll end up noticing about this page is that when you get it solved, this is actually the MCC Championship Wiki, the Wikipedia, as you can see over here. I had to use this because I was part of the MCC Rising, so I felt like this was this needed to be part of the ARG. So what you'll notice though is that we got this red ink right here that says chords, third, comma, tilde, comma, 14th, and we got the numbers right there, 3rd and 14th as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to visit that website, so the MCCR Wikipedia, to see my profile thing on there. You know how it be. If we scroll down enough to the blue batch, because that's the team I was on, there's Yo Mikester 238, and you can see here's the numbers, 19605. Okay, so we'll type that down right there, and then we've got for 14th, it is 2081 right there. So what this is basically saying for us to do, and if I press F1 right there, it's saying to go to 19605, because that's the third place result, tilde, 2081. And what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to actually have to do this, I'm going to teleport to that place because I'm lazy. I heard some people when they were doing this and they were complaining to me. They were saying, Mike, what the heck? Why did you make us go 10,000 blocks? And I was like, because you know what? Because I'm Yo Mikester, I can get away with that stuff, I guess. I don't know. Reason my game crashed and I got teleported back here. That's not fun at all. Anyways, what would end up happening is that if the game functioned properly, I don't know what I just did to break mine. You would see this right here, and this is actually the next clue for you to solve. What this is a Mario reference. If we were to climb up here, because right here, some parkour that you can do in survival mode, and once you get to the very top, you have the opportunity to jump into here, over here, and eventually get into this sprite, this shine sprite, where this is right here. And when you stand right here next to the shine sprite, you get this. Go to my map here, HTTPS, and it gives you a link that for some reason isn't clickable, but that's because I must have forgotten to actually make that a clickable link. So I'm gonna go ahead and type that here, and we'll see what pops up. Type that link in though, it gives us this image right here, which is actually a reference to the thing we were just seeing in Minecraft. And what I say is, go to my map here. So at this point, you gotta realize, okay, this is from, what is this from? You gotta use a website called Tin Eyes is what I usually use. It's a reverse image search system. So if I go ahead and actually save this image right here, and then go on to Tin Eyes, because that is usually the best for finding images. It's like a search engine, but you upload the image and it finds it from the image that you give it to it. So let's go ahead and upload that right here, and it gives us this link to a Reddit. So we'll go to the Reddit and see what this says. And this says, one of the most frustrating games in my life, Super Mario Sunshine. And somebody says, the pachinko machine. Oh my gosh. Not some great words on there. A lot of people hated this level, I guess. Wow. But basically what we realize is, hold up, this is a Super Mario Sunshine. This is a pachinko. This is Super Mario Sunshine. Yo Mikester238, he created Super Mario Sunshine. Okay, and so what you want to infer from here is that the pachinko level, you want to realize, how do you get to that pachinko level? Which let's go into Super Mario Sunshine. Let's just look this up on Google and see if there's a guide on how to do it. All right, and right here we find a YouTube tutorial. Let's see if they have the beginning part. So you appear in Delfino Plaza, which I have created. Ooh, I'll mute that because that was really loud. And over here, little Mario, he goes onto the boat, and he goes right here underneath this tower. Now, what you have to do at this point is you actually have to go to Planet Minecraft, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the Super Mario Sunshine Delfino Plaza that I built, and we're gonna download that map, and we're gonna use that map and go to that location. So right here, Delfino Plaza, Super Mario Sunshine. We'll go ahead and download the OG right here. And what this should do is it should lead us to the next clue. In the video, when you get into the actual map, it says welcome to, and then it flashes forwards to Delfino Plaza. Rico Harbor is been released recently because I finished that too. But there we go. It says find all the discs 13 for fun, but we're not interested in the discs. No, we're interested in the puzzle. So if we run over this map towards this area over here, because this is where it told us to go, we're going to go to the location where the level told us to go. And over here, there's a suspicious lily pad underneath the area, the black area, in order to get to the pachinko level. So if we go into this lily pad right here, we'll actually notice that we get a jump boost effect. And if we jump straight up here, it says it's too dark. Okay, so you get out of here and it gives you this link right here, which once again, I will go ahead and I will type into the Google search engine. All right, and what we end up getting to is this right here. So we get this image after going through this link. And what we realize is that, okay, it's saying that we go to the pipe in this Super Mario Sunshine world. So if we go in here through this world and swim around, we can actually go to that exact same location, which I will show you now how to get there. If we climb the ladder, go over through this way. I'm still so proud of this. This is one of my most proud creations. This took a lot of hard work to do, but it should be in this direction. I guess we're headed what way? We're headed west. So start going west, and you will eventually run into the pipes that it showed in that image that we just saw. To that pipe over there, that's the pipe that we just saw in that screenshot. I also do have a button on that sign over there that says, for those who can't actually beat it legitimately, you can just press this button instead, and it goes a little bit quicker. Because this video is so long, I'm just gonna go ahead and save us the hassle of doing the parkour and click the button. But once we get over here and once we climb up here and stand right here, we get yet another Mediafire link to Google. So we will Google it now. Wow, words are coming out great. So once we get that though, you can see we get a resource pack right here called Black Free. So we're gonna download that and we're gonna go into our downloads, which it should be, where is it? Where is that file? Has it downloaded all the way yet? It is Black Concrete Free right there. Nice, awesome, perfect. We'll go into our resource packs and we will put this right here. Okay, so now that we got that resource pack on, we can go back to that area where it said it was too dark and we'll go from there. With this resource pack enabled though, we're gonna go over to this lily pad, and once again, we're gonna jump on up through the little hole in the ceiling right there, and you can see it says it's too dark, but now it's not. It's not too dark. You can look around. I wonder where else you could use this resource pack. I wonder where else you could use this resource pack. This resource pack that sees through black concrete. I wonder where else we could use this resource pack. If we go to the game Stick right here, we'll log into the world where the rooms are made of black concrete. And you know what we'll see? This is what we'll see. We'll see Professor Creel standing right here, along with... Why is he... Oh, I never mined this piece of wood right here and gave it to him. We were supposed to do that a long time ago, but we kind of moved on. I got a little carried away. Let's actually go ahead and finalize the MPA 17 studio section right there. There we go. And that gave us an audio clip that I was supposed to play earlier. Let's go ahead and do that now. That is where the missing... No, this was just the audio entry. Okay. I do apologize that I missed that. I totally forgot to do this. This is what happens when you know the answers. You do stuff out of order by accident. But let's go ahead and download that. That's audio entry, I think it was 217. And we'll listen to this because this is part of the story. You gotta hear the story.
This is a lot more than I ever thought it possibly could even be. I don't really know where to start. I've gotten far enough that I'm totally stuck. And oddly enough, the section I'm stuck in is the section he made revolving around my channel of ARG, whatever. It doesn't matter that I'm stuck. It doesn't matter whether or not I solve Creel's original puzzle, because this whole time I've been sending these audio clips to Creel. When I got stuck, I reached out to him, and he finally reached back. He confessed the reason behind the creation of all the clickbait. It's kind of horrifying. At this point, I can't go on solving the puzzle. I know the answer. I know the solution. So what I've done is I've agreed to help Creel out by promoting a new puzzle that I've created based off his, and I've turned it into something just like a large majority of people can play. I don't expect a lot of people to make it this far, but if you're one of them, keep on going. Find the next clue, find the next answer, solve this mystery. If you do, I can tell you what this is all about, and once you see, maybe we'll encourage you to help us out with this cause, with this mission. Creel's reached out to so many people, and I'm just glad I had the sense to listen and hear him out. I hope you have that same sense, and I'll see you in the blah 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 blah.
The part where he goes blah blah blah, I was supposed to have the static a little bit earlier on that. That was funny. Anyways, that's just more of the story talking about what's happening. Anyways, what's supposed to happen is that you find this. It says "Find Me" sign right here. This thing. Yeah, that was just a story continuation. So once we find this clue and once we have the black concrete data pack on, we'll recognize this as actually the first ever YouTube video, the first YouTube video that I ever made on my YoMikester238 channel. So let's go ahead, go to my channel and find that video. And here we are, my survival house, friendly house, my very first video. And right here you can see lots of comments from people who had been solving this. But anyways, this says, "This isn't the first stick and it won't be the last. Tag Error made 4 tricks, I made 1 in the past. The unremitting room or that level again, get far enough soon to find the final stick. Then O24 all caps." And right here, if we go to 24 seconds into the video and unmute it, this is what I say in my old video. All right, so now for the beginning, I just say the word all right. So now that we got that and it says, what is it? All caps, we're actually gonna go ahead, we're gonna go to the stick and we're gonna rename the stick to all right to get our final clue right here. Or that's not what I'm supposed to do. Excuse me, I did that wrong. Wow, look at me tripping up, messing up a little bit. Okay, the unremitting room or that level again is actually a map I made in the past. So what this is saying is that you need to go into that level again. You need to find that game and rename the stick to this right here, O24, all caps, the word all right. So I'm gonna go onto Planet Minecraft once again, and I'm gonna look up the unremitting room, because that is the name of the map that it says in the hint. So let's go ahead and do that. Or maybe it's that level again. I can't remember what I named it on. I think I named it that level again on Planet Minecraft. Yeah, there it is, sweet. Okay, so now we got that, we're gonna go ahead and download this map, and then we're gonna play it until we find an anvil where we can rename the stick to all right. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and read the lectern. You gotta read through the pages right here and then press the button and it says, "Welcome to that level again. Okay, so now we're in the past map. Perfect. And now we're actually going to go ahead and turn around because behind us, this has opened up level selection. We're going to have to complete quite a few levels at this point, but it's really easy. For the first one, quite simple. You just walk through right there. For this one, find the plate. You're going to find the plate in the shulker box. So basically, we start completing this game. And I do have a tutorial, so I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to let you guys watch the tutorial if you need to. And from there, you can start completing the levels if you have any trouble, or you can complete them for fun, and when you get a chance you can play this game because this puzzle game is loads of fun to play. I put so much effort into it, so I'll skip just a little bit right here. But eventually you get to this level, which is the mirror level, and right here you notice the word stick with a question mark. Okay, so once you get to this level right here, all you have to do, ooh, and I don't have an enchantment level actually as well. I might have not thought that through. I think you get an XP at some point, or there's a level where you can go back and get one. But for the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and add myself 1 level of XP. Because what we want to do is we want to rename this stick to the word all right with all caps, just like this. And what that should do is it gives us a book, and it says, you've come so far. Through all the challenges and trials, it's easy to say Creole, and I are proud of you. There's one last word for you to type, and then this will be it. You will journey from here on out into the unknown. Good luck. All right, right here it gives us another file, which I'm going to go ahead and type for us real quick. And when we type that, it gives us audio entry 19, which we'll go ahead and get to listen to right about now. So if we go into our downloads and audio entry 19, we'll listen to that right now. Let's hear it.
Thank you for coming all this way. At this point, I think it's time to tell you, at least a warning and foreshadowing of what this is all about before you take this final step. If you're one of the first 3, congratulations, because you get to decide what to do with the picture of my face. Once I'm done speaking, however, I hope you'll see that's my face reveal. It's nothing compared to what's actually going on. I can't tell the full story quite yet, but I can hint to you with what Creel's mission's about. His mission revolves around Dumb Poop Origins, the crazy, wacky video series he edited harshly and quickly. There's a lot to delve into with what's true and what's not, what Creel added to distract from certain government groups, and what he kept in to at least showcase the partial truth. There's no guarantee, I can assure you, on what happens next, but if you choose to rename this final stick, you're committed. You have a vague idea on what to do next. You make the choice. The final clue for you is to look in the README text file located in Minecraft map stick file. There, you will find the final answer.
Oh my gosh, so dramatic. But right there, you have it. I tell you exactly where to find the final thing, which is in the stick README text file. If you scroll down right here, there is the answer for the very final puzzle. So now that we know that, let's save and exit, get out of this world, go back into the stick world, and let us go ahead and rename our stick to the word twig, capital Twig. And if we go ahead and do that right here, we'll get this media file right here. And again, I apologize for the garage opening again, if you guys can hear that. There's a lot of people that live in this house, but that's okay. Okay, anyways, we'll click on this link right here, and this will take us to audio entry number 20. I'm gonna go ahead and download it, and then we'll play it. And from there, I think that should be just about the whole thing solved, which is insane. This video is a long one. I'm telling you guys what, it's a long one. Let's listen to audio entry 20.
Chose wisely. Because you won! Being totally honest, this is the victory, the feat, the golden trophy you get for completing this ARG. That and whatever ends up happening with the photo of me. Speaking of which, if you were one of the first 3 to make it, absolutely go ahead and join the YoMeister Discord and follow these instructions. Inside the Discord, underneath the help and feedback tab, is a chat called Create Tickets. Go into that chat and create a ticket by pressing the ticket button and write this phrase. You ready? It is, I am a twig. Mod or myself will get to you as soon as possible to receive from there. The Discord link for those who need it will be attached to the video description and world download description. So hurry quick if you made it here first. That being said, if you made it to the very end, I really want to say I admire your dedication and puzzle solving skills. This wasn't easy and required loads of thinking and problem solving to get here. I will also ask you though, that if you actually manage to complete this, that you don't go ahead and show others how to solve at least the finish part.
That's so that I could show you guys instead how to solve.
If you're by any chance making a YouTube video on this, I'll kindly ask you to make the decision to not accept and not enter in the last word. That'll keep the mystery of what this is all about alive and fresh for others to play. Thank you so much for putting up with all the tedious and sometimes possibly annoying puzzles, and I hope you're happy with getting this far and completing what was probably such a difficult and tedious journey. Thank you again for solving this ARG, and now feel free to check out all the videos you want, whether it's from Alex Bale's channel, who created Old Root, Roblox Boy, which was created by me and Pizza Boss 43, MPA 17 Studios, which was created by me, or YoMeister238, which is my current channel. It means the world to me that you truly came this far. Now, go ahead and rest, first of all, and enjoy having the mystery solved. Thank you again so much for playing, and as always, I'll see you in the next video or game or whatever happens. See you everyone, and
ciao. do I even need to do my intro at this point, or my outro? I guess, I mean, I summed it up perfectly. my past self summed it up perfectly with that script, but that's today's tutorial. Super long one, but that's how you do it. That's how the ARG solved. And again, now you guys see my face, which is awesome. Great success again, like I said. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and past me summed it up a lot better than present me is currently doing, which is kind of ironic and funny. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft, and until then, until whatever video comes out next or whatever happens, just enjoy. I'll see you guys soon, and ciao.